Yo, what's up, Lauren? Hey, what's up, Dougie? Thank you, Kiara. Thank you so much. I'm really excited for you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I put my headphones back in. Am I still frozen? Are we good? Okay, cool. All right, we got T minus 9 minutes. Yo, appreciate all those kind words, man. Good to see you, Zine. I appreciate that, bro. And yo, if you're able to stay, we've got 9 minutes left. What up, yo? Thank you, Mr. B. We're gonna stop the electronic. I'm gonna let you guys know if anyone asks me who's invited. Thank you. Crazy on this date. Literally years ago is when Chris Casper introduced my name. I was like, what? And everybody's invited. Thank you, Layla. Y'all, please favorite Layla. Please favorite Annie. She is our friend from across the world. Favorite everyone. Tawny, good listener in the house. Lit Queen, who I love very much. Yo, we have some very special people. Kim Possible. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, do you go to their concert? Oh my. All right. Some people dream, and those dreams don't always come true. But sometimes you have a dream and it actually does come true. And my dream has just officially, you could say, come true because Dr. Morgan has, at the very least, just walked into the building. All right, here we go. I haven't done this for a long, long time. I literally, wow. Okay, so here's the deal, okay? She is a psychologist, a clinical psychologist. She is a dating coach. Her podcast, Let's Get Vulnerable, is one of the top podcasts anywhere on Spotify and other streaming apps for dating and relationships. She literally is a foremost expert. But beyond that, Dr. Morgan is one of the most incredibly genuine, sweet humans on earth. She genuinely wants everyone on earth to find love. That is her why for why she lives. She's helped so many people, including people on this app who I think are going to be coming back to share their love story, has personally been because of Dr. Morgan. So because of her beautiful advice, literally people on this app has found love. So I can't say enough kind words about her. She's one of my great friends. I love her so, so much. For those who don't know her, now you do. She is, some would say, larger than life. She is Dr. Morgan.
Hello, Blake. It's so good to see you. Oh my gosh.
Morgan is back.
I am back. Hello, everyone. It is so good to be here. I'm honored. You always have the best intros, Blake. Seriously. I
You
appreciate
are the
you.
easiest intro ever, though, because like I genuinely get pumped. Question for you, because I was trying to figure this out again. How many listens has your podcast had?
So we're just over the 2 million mark. We're at like 2.3 million listens right now. Yes, it's crazy.
Yo, okay. When we first started doing Love Quest, what would you
Yeah.
do? You have any? What were you at?
Probably around like 600,000.
Oh, okay, okay. So you were still on your journey to greatness. Okay, okay. I thought you were gonna say like six, but like even still, that's sick.
Yeah, it's really grown obviously a lot, and I mean I'm just so honored. I've been able to help so many people. I have Blue with me. When
Ah,
remember when we had Blue as a puppy?
blue
He was
fit in
like
your
one of our
hand.
he was this tiny guy, so he's
Yep.
grown up. Um but Blake, like just what an honor to be able to dedicate my life to helping people have great relationships. And you and I know that it's not just about the relationship, it's about healing yourself and learning how to have a
Yes.
great relationship with yourself first. And that's really what I love helping people do, is just transform who they are, you know? So
Oh, yo, I miss you so much. Like, I genuinely miss you. Dr. Morgan is, yo, oh, you're the
it's so
truth.
good to see you.
You too. We need to all figure out how we meet up again. Actually, I'm going to put out publicly. I'm going to put her on. Dr. Morgan will be coming to playlist next year. All right. So if you want to meet
Let's
Dr.
go.
Morgan, she's
Let's do
coming to playlist. Like,
it.
you have to come to
Let's
playlist
do
with
it.
us.
I
All right.
love it. That would be so
So
fun.
here's what I'm thinking. Like, a couple ways to go about this. One, we already have some really good audience questions, which is of course like
The
the gem
best.
of like you being here, because yeah, make some actual like help there. Um, we will do some role play. So if you guys want to see a little role play, that's kind of like our claim to fame, was our role play sessions. And then yeah, I'm very excited for it. It's great. We haven't done this for so long.
I
But yeah, it's
know.
just good to have you back. Yo,
Yeah.
Witty and Sassy, hey. All right. So here's what I'm thinking we do.
Okay.
You are so resourceful with everything. I'm thinking this. I think I'm just going to play a classic hit song. I'm just going to let it play. And you're so good at this, I feel like you'll be able to take out a learning lesson from it. Is that a good place to start, or?
I love it. You know I love
Okay.
music. Let's do it. Let's
Okay.
go.
All right. Well, thank you. Anyone who just came in, Queen Nala, I see you. Witty and Sassy, our newest featured show creator. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate anyone who's here. We are. Oh, let me turn up. So you can't hear that, but it's a loud cat song. All right.
Oh,
So we're doing a former featured show called Love Quest. This is Dr. Morgan, clinical psychologist, relationship coach, and she's here to answer your questions and just go through some great dating and just all around advice for a better life, in my opinion. All right. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna play a hit song, and Dr. Morgan is gonna tell us a learning lesson from it. So let's start
ooh,
this,
let's go.
and here we go. Cause I want it. Can you at least hear the song?
I'm having a little trouble hearing it. I don't know if there's a
Yeah.
way
Is it?
you
It's
have to sing
O
it.
Town All or Nothing.
Okay, all or nothing.
Do you remember that song? Or okay,
Oh yeah,
okay, you remember All or Nothing. All right,
I
talk to us
sure
about.
do.
Yes, I want it all. Nothing. Yeah, talk to us about that song.
So that would be something that we fall into in unhealthy dating patterns. This could definitely be signs of an anxious attachment style where
Ooh.
you're like really wanting a ton of emotional investment up front and you're seeking a ton of reassurance and you like want that partner that's all in. You're like, okay, like we're gonna get married, like you want that confirmation really early on. And that sign of like an anxious attachment style and just a really high need for reassurance, which does not help you build slow, stable, securely attached love, right? So definitely unhealthy.
Got it. Okay, so we already have comments on this. Witty and Sassy says, sounds like she's describing me. Good listener says, I don't even try. What's wrong with me? So, okay, talk to us.
So what I would say is if you're not even trying, then that would be related to the opposite of anxious attachment, which is an avoidant attachment style, which Blakey Poo here has come on the Let's Get Vulnerable podcast, and we dove all into Blake's avoidant attachment style. So that's kind of the opposite, where you're really kind of not able to fully invest in a relationship, and you've developed what's known as hyper independence. And this is like what a lot of like the modern day women find themselves doing, where we're like career over everything. I don't need anyone. I'm super independent. So intimacy feels really scary and really hard for you if you have avoidant attachment style.
Ooh, okay. I think I have a song that's going to be perfect for us to continue this conversation. All right, let's
I
see it.
love it.
Let's see if we can hear this a little bit better.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, you can at least hear that a little bit.
I think if you hold it down, I can hear it. Like if it's.
Oh, is this better? Okay.
You're making it hard for me. Is it
Yes.
that?
Ruby left me crying. I get so excited. Next, too close.
Blake, but we need to see you dance to it. That's the only way we're gonna fully grasp.
Okay.
Blake has to do
Next.
that.
All right. Next song. I will.
The next song.
All right. Next, too close.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of ways to interpret that song, right? So if we're trying to interpret it in like a clinical way and we're going just off the words and we're not going off of like anything else, if someone's getting too close and that's causing us discomfort, then we're referring to that avoidant attachment style where getting close to someone is uncomfortable. I always tell people, like, some of us have programmed our brains to where we think that love is like the hot stove. Like if we touch it again, we're going to get burned. So I know I have my book I'm going to talk to you about, but I literally have a part in the book where I say, do you think love is a hot stove? Because a lot of us have beliefs that, ooh, if I get in that relationship, I'm just going to get burned again. So if I'm scared of closeness, if I'm scared of intimacy, it's because my programming has me believing that love and relationships are painful and I'm going to get burned.
Ooh. All right. That was sick. Yeah. That's so good. I was like next too close. All right, maybe you're getting a little too close, a little too soon. But that was way better. No, that was way better. Okay, it's not even the burning, it's paying for the bill to switch it on. Ooh. Have you heard that before? That's good, right?
Oh, that was good. Yeah, that's like next level, right? That's like.
How would you respond to that?
So that's like where you're like, I am so fed up with giving any energy to relationships that I refuse to even give any energy. I'm not even going to go in the freaking kitchen anymore. Like, I am just so done, right?
Yeah, gas prices are up, so.
This is a lot of people feel comfortable in this place where they're able to say, like, look, I'm just doing me. I'm focusing on me. I don't have time. But the reality is, if you're very, very honest with yourself, and I think a lot of us avoid this, we're like so distracted with Netflix or like all the ways to distract. But if we're really honest with ourselves, are we okay with not having the relationship that we want? Are we okay with never building the family that we want? And we have to be really honest.
So good. Yeah, I like that too. And at some stages in your life, like for me, like there was that period that I really did enjoy that self-discovery, self-development, especially like when you're out of a relationship. Like, yeah, I think that stuff is kind of healthy, but it's more about like if you're really at that stage where love or finding a meaningful partner is important to you, it's like, okay, what actions are you doing for that? Please.
Yes, what I help people do is learn how to go in the kitchen and use the stove and not get burned. So, right, like I help people rewire their belief systems and learn how to show up in a different way so that dating and love feels enjoyable and it's something that you want to do and you want to do it for the long term.
See, I think that is the tough part that I'm still, and I think a lot of us are also, is getting the fun back in dating. And I think as we come up on New Year's, I feel like that is a good New Year's resolution to have, rather than like say the New
Yeah.
Year's resolution of like, although I'm terrible with this, I'm like, I'm gonna find love. It's like how about just like lower the barrier and be like, okay,
Yeah.
for this New Year's, my New Year's resolution is just to enjoy dating a bit more. Like, talk to us about something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this idea of like focus on the inputs, focus on what you can control. And the thing that you can control is how you're showing up in your dating life. So it's setting a goal of like, hey, I'm gonna go on the dating apps 5 times a week and be really open to a great relationship, or I'm gonna invest in myself and do the healing work that I need to do to make dating fun again. Like focus on the things that you can control instead of like that end result that we all want. Like don't set the goal of like I'm gonna have a partner this year.
Whoops. I may have already done that in another stream, but that is for another time.
Blake, you need me around. You
I
need me
know it's
around.
been too
Help me.
long. I think I said by April 2023. So okay, if that doesn't work, we'll
Gotta reset these goals.
Thank you to anyone. If you're just coming into our stream, thank you so much for joining us. This is Dr. Morgan. She's a clinical psychologist, a relationship coach. Her podcast on dating has over 2 million listens. She's literally an authority. And beyond that, she's a super sweet, incredible human. And we used to do a feature show called Love Quest on the Meet Me app. We have not done that in a while, but we're just kind of rehashing it a little bit. So you came at a great time for us. All right, Dr. Morgan, up to you. What do you want to do next? Do you want to hear another song? Do you want to do a role play? Do you want to talk about some of your endeavors? What you feeling?
Let's do one more song. I love that. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. We could, again, audio. I'm at home, so I don't have like my dope speaker. So, I know. All right. Here, this is, we'll go with this because we do like the Backstreet Boys. So let's. Okay, you can hear this one? Sometimes I wish I could turn back time.
Yes.
Impossible as it may seem, but I wish I could so bad.
Yes.
Baby, Dr. Morgan, you never ever play games with my heart.
Ooh, yes. We love the 90s.
You never heard this one? I should have known from the start.
So,
yeah, goodness.
I love this song so much. You know what it reminds me of is when we used to do like our like jean jackets at the end of Love Quest, and we do like
I know.
like jam out, and we'd play like
yes.
Backstreet Boys. I wonder if anybody remembers that. Like we'd like literally like switch into a jean jacket.
I know Kim remembers that. She was mentioning that. Yeah. We were silly. All right, so quit playing games with my heart. Classic song. What can we take out of that classic?
Yeah, so I think a lot of us, if we're in a relationship and it's not reciprocal, so like you're putting in the emotional investment, you're the one putting in the effort, and then you're not getting it back, that is going to feel like games. Another way relationships feel like games is you don't have healthy communication. You don't have two people who are like open and honest and direct. So there's a lot of ways to experience games in dating.
Yo, this gift is dope. You're gonna like it.
What does it do?
So this is a good listener who's been in the comments. This is her level 100 special gift just for her.
That is so beautiful. I love that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. Thank you, good listener.
I love it. So I always tell people, if you want a relationship filled with games, then have a dating life filled with games.
Ooh.
So, like, whatever's going on in the dating phase, that's going to be the foundation for the kind of relationship you have. So make sure that you're not playing games in the dating phase, because it's just going to be games when you're further down the road. And nobody wants a marriage filled with games, right? Like,
yeah,
we're trying to have like real, open, honest adult relationships, and you have to have those standards in your dating life so that you can have that kind of relationship.
Well, speaking of games, someone who I don't think plays any, and was one of our favorite guests when we had guests on our featured show, has just walked in. What's up,
Bart,
Bart in the house? We
what's up,
love
Bart?
Bart.
We
We miss
do.
you, man.
He is a gem, absolutely.
Yeah, Bart broke down. You guys missed it. For those who missed it, Bart got, he got deep with us. We were like, whoa, Bart, very sensitive. Yeah.
Bart was so vulnerable with us. I feel like that's like an effect that we had on all our guests. They were like all so
Yes.
open and they would share. Such a beautiful community. I miss that for sure.
Yeah, Sweet Alicious, who I think may be stopping by. Gabby, we have some former featured guests, more, who was great, of course. Um, okay, Kim, you were engaged and told you were the. I was engaged and was told he only wanted to make me happy, but never really loved me. Yikes.
Yeah, Kim, I feel like that is someone who is really struggling with themselves. And like when I hear that, it's like, ooh, that's like someone who's like self-abandoning and like not even sure of who they are. And they're probably not like healed enough and they don't have the emotional capacity to give you the kind of adult relationship that you deserve. But yeah, that sounds awful. And I'm so sorry that you went through that.
Ugh. Well, yeah. That's why Dr. Morgan is here. So nice to have you here. We
Yes.
have, yeah, we probably have another. How long do we have you for? 10 minutes? 15 minutes?
I'm good. I like cleared my schedule, so
Oh, go. Yeah. the-
Blake, I gotta know, like, what is the update with you in your dating life? Like, tell the people what has been going on. Like, give me the deets.
Dr. Morrison basically is like, let's get down to business.
I mean, I need to know. It's been a while. Give the people what
That's
they
true.
want to know. Like, what's going on in your dating life right now?
Okay. Well, I will say this. The great thing about Dr. Morgan is that I definitely have awareness of the person I am. And I still am just the ultimate. But what I've realized too is it is not just with dating. It is in many respects of my life. I just truly am that avoidant person, and I still maintain some of that for sure. So yeah, for those who don't know, Dr. Moyne has taught me so much, and they're very impactful about the avoidant styles, anxious, yeah, what is it called? The attachment styles?
Attachment theory, yeah, like
Attachment?
understanding attachment theory, applying it to your
Yes.
dating life. Yes.
Yep. So I still feel that avoidant side of me. Um, I still have that romantic side of meeting the one that I still can't truthfully shake. And like, it's like I know it's in some ways unhealthy for me, but it's so tough for me to shake that. And I still believe it in some way that it will magically happen. Um, and I have a problem with making predictions that are just ridiculous. I think good listeners right. I think I said by good listeners next birthday I'll have like a baby or two. So I really need
True.
to, I need to stop making predictions. The only way I would need twins. But yeah, I mean I've dated. I have of course dated, and it just has not worked out. One of those things we've talked about. It's like I'm so confident. I'm actually beyond confident that whenever I'm in that relationship that will be the one, I will be such an incredible couple just because I truly feel like I'm not willing to settle and I'm not seeking a relationship just to have one. That's not of as importance of me. Like finding the great relationship that I feel like I deserve is of that importance. Um,
Yes.
so we're getting close. You're going to hate this, but I truly feel like 2023 is a year that has good potential for me finding someone at some point. Is that
Love
okay?
that. Well, I
Okay.
love it. And, obviously I'm always here for you. And
Oh, yo, and maybe I need to go to more parties.
is that what someone said? You gotta go to more parties. I mean, so 23 is my lucky number. So I have a really good feeling about the year 2023. I will say that. And I think for you, it's like you have so much clarity on what you want, and that's really important to develop that clarity on like the kind of relationship you want. And now for you, it's just about the openness of like how do you just like take off the blinders, and you have to be open and release the how. So I always tell people like get clear on the outcome, but release control over how it's gonna happen. You have to surrender and just be open. So all the different ways, whether it's on this app, at the grocery store, as you're flying on an airplane, like you just need to be completely open to new connections and allow that person to come into your life.
Question for you. So let's say this. Let's say you meet someone, they seem very, very cool, and then you go on like a first date and it just goes okay. Just goes okay. And you're like not even excited about the second date. Do you still kind of push yourself to go on that second date, or is it fair that that you can really sense that in the first date, or you're not going to know unless you kind of like I don't that's an area that I feel like I would love your advice.
Totally. So you're asking for a friend?
Yeah, exactly. That was from Joe from Montana.
That was a hypothetical. So there's a couple things. I think people have a misconception that they need like lightning bolts and fireworks on the first date and they have to feel the butterflies, but that's not true. You can really develop a connection over time. And actually, the healthiest of connections are not going to feel like this big magnetic pull in the beginning. They're going to really develop over time. So you have to be open to developing a connection over time. That being said, if you think of the second date and you're like, oh my God, this is going to feel like watching paint dry and I just do not want to go at all.
Yes.
If it's that level, then you might not be compatible. But if there's any part of you that's genuinely curious about the person and you think like, oh, there is some potential here, I just need to get to know them, then my rule is go on 2 dates.
Okay. Got it.
Because sometimes people are freaking nervous on the first date and they're not able to be themselves and they're like, oh shit, Blake's really hot and dang, he's like tall and like I don't know how to handle myself, and they're like getting really nervous, right? So I think like giving the 2 date rule is really helpful.
I like that. That's actually very good advice. We're going to pause for station identification. If anyone is just coming in my stream here, thank you so much. We are rehashing the classic Love Quest, the former featured show on the Meet Me app. Dr. Morgan, she's a clinical psychologist, relationship coach. Her podcast on dating has over 2 million listens, including an episode with Chris Casper and myself. Right. I don't even know what number that was, but it is in the top, I think, 30 of your listened podcasts, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a highly listened to episode, and
really, okay.
I think we titled it like "From the Mind of the Avoidantly Attached Male." I don't know if we went into your and Chris's like blood pact that you made, but there's definitely like some juicy details in that episode. So.
I told you that I've gotten 2 messages from that podcast, right?
Yeah.
I've gotten 2 messages. It's very sweet and humbling. Yeah, a couple of people have reached out and they're like, are you the Blake from the Dr. Morgan podcast? I'm like, yeah. They're like, are you open to dating? I was like, you want to date me after that podcast? I was like, okay.
Like after I bared my soul and talked about how hard it is for me to open up emotionally, they're like, bring it on. It's a challenge. Let's go.
All right. I do want to ask some questions because not only are we getting good questions, we're getting the audience even saying good questions. So let me get, okay. There's actually a bunch of questions. Please feel free to like ask your question again too. I appreciate that. So I'll just read a couple and then you can choose that. Do you think people can be friends after romantically talking? Do you think people can be friends after romantically talking? What do you do if one has walls up due to transit? Yeah, but I think this is the question I would. Yeah, do you think people can be friends after romantically speaking?
Great question. So this really depends on the people, and what is required is really redefining the connection and saying like, hey, I know that we had this interest in the past, and at this time we're going to become friends. So it's all about like, can the people handle redefining the connection as a friendship? What I find is people don't do that well. I know very few people that can redefine a
Mm,
connection after being romantically involved. There's usually always someone who still has the romantic feelings. But to give it the best chance possible, take a break, no communication, and then come back and try to redefine the relationship and try it from there.
I'm going to say this, and maybe this is, I don't think this is controversial, but okay. So I went on a date with this girl. She was really, really cool and awesome. And throughout the day, I don't know how it came up, but she told me she's still really good friends with like her ex from 2 years. And we like got into like an argument. I was like, that's weird. She's like, wait, he's like my good friend. I was like, I was like, if we start dating, I'm like, I just have to be honest with myself. I'm like, I would feel a little uncomfortable about it, but maybe that was overstepping my boundaries. I don't know. Is that a fair concern of someone who's still like great friends with their 2 year ex, or is that like me just being
Two years
overly
as in they like dated 2 years
dated
ago?
for 2 years? Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, dated for
or
2 years, and they
okay.
hadn't been in a relationship for whatever another 5 months or whatever it was. Yeah.
So it really depends on the couple. Here's what I know. If you're gonna be with someone who's friends with their ex, you need to have a really secure attachment, and you need to have
Mm,
really, really good, open, honest communication. And then you have to ask your partner and say, hey, what would you need in order to feel secure with this? If I'm gonna talk to my ex, like what would you need to feel secure? And if they literally can't get there, then you have to decide like, okay, maybe that relationship is in the past and I'm done.
yep.
Yeah. But I know people that do that. I mean, I rarely find that it works, but it can work. Um, Out of all of my past relationships, I have one ex-boyfriend that I'm still in touch with, and we have a great friendship.
Oh, okay.
And my boyfriend knows about it.
Oh, Dr. Morgan just publicly said she's a boyfriend. Yeah.
I am taken officially.
Yeah. Yo, I don't think you ever like, I mean, even when it was going down, I don't know if you ever publicly that
Probably
might be the
going
first
down.
time I've been with you. You publicly admitted that.
Well, it is a fact.
Ah, sorry guys.
um, Blake, I saw a great question. Do you want me
Please.
to?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be better.
You might
Yep.
have seen this. It was from Mr. B. It says, Dr. Morgan, what do you think of folks that cannot be alone? That they have to have someone,
Mm,
even if it's the wrong person. So I just want to like give so much empathy to people if they feel like that's them. And what I think is that you have not been able to heal the relationship with yourself, and you are outsourcing your self-worth. So I want to let that
mm.
sit for a second. Like you are depending on other people to validate your self-worth, and you're needing to have someone validate it for you because you can't do it for yourself. And that is not going to be sustainable for a healthy relationship in the long term.
Ooh. Yeah. So that is the definition of anxious attachment right there.
Yeah,
Okay. See,
absolutely.
good listener and I think are on the exact opposite. Um, yeah, we are both avoidantly attached. But yeah, that
Yeah.
is another question that was very, very good by Jessica. And then I would like to get into another topic. Okay. What do you do when it comes to dating if you have walls up? Okay. What do you do when it comes to dating if you have walls up due to a traumatic experience or experiences?
Love that
Such a
question
good
so
question.
much. You know that's like my jam. So
It's a great question.
um what the beautiful thing is that you can absolutely release and fully let go of your past experiences, and you can learn to intentionally create new healthy beliefs about relationships. And you can create what I call a new relationship blueprint, where you have a new idea of what a relationship is. But you have to feel through, you have to uncover what that trauma is, and then you have to intentionally release it. And that's what I help people do. That's why I love what I do, because I help people let go of their trauma and their past selves.
So would it be like taking all the letters that you wrote to this ex, putting it in a bin and burning it or something? Or like, is that like...
So this is a perfect time for me to say this.
Please.
I have this.
Oh, look at that. Yo, I've not seen the cover. You look like a badass. You are a badass, but that's sick.
So this book is coming out January 10th. And what's so cool about this book, I'm really proud, is that it is not like a passive read. Like, Blake, you know me. I'm like no fluff.
Yes.
Right? So
totally.
When you read this book, there is experiential exercises that will help you let go of your past. I can't really do it justice like on this live right now, but like it's in here. Like if you actually do the work, you'll be a new person.
Yeah, that was my first question. How can we get the book, or how does this work?
Oh yeah, so it's coming out January 10th. So
Okay.
Mark your calendars. And you will be able to get it on Amazon, anywhere books are available. Right now, if you go to my Instagram, so it's Dr. Morgan Coaching, Dr. Morgan Coaching, you can get the first chapter. If you go, there's a link in my bio to get the first chapter of the book. Yes.
Okay. Is it broken up into chapters?
Yeah.
How many chapters?
So another thing I love about this book is I made it for all of you busy professional folks out there, because it's only 164 pages. There's 10 chapters.
Okay.
And there's 4 parts. I'll just tell you the parts.
Yeah, please.
So part 1 is all about doing the internal work. This is where we're rewiring your belief system, letting go of the past. Step 1. Step 2, understanding attachment theory and applying it to your dating life. So like how to show up securely attached. And then part 3 is everything you need to know about securely attached dating and building a relationship. You remember all that, Blake, like the intimacy onion, the relationship investment pool,
Yep.
How to pace your emotional investment into a relationship. And then part 4 is how to become empowered and securely attached for life. It's all about like embodying that highest and best version of you for the rest of your life.
Ooh, we are 100%. 100% doing a book club here.
Yes.
Give us a number. If we get 20 of us getting the book and doing it, maybe you'll come back after we've all read it and like digested it, and we'll have so many questions for you. I'm 100% down to do a book club. Yeah.
Let's do it. I will absolutely come back and support
after we finish it. We digest it. We've got our questions. Oh my God. Okay, so January 10th. This is so cool.
Yeah, no, I really, when I wrote this thing, I was like, how can it help people like the most possible? Like, because I know like sometimes we read a book and it's like, oh, that was like kind of helpful. Like maybe it impacts us for like a week. I don't want to do that. Like my goal is to change your life. And I really believe that if you do the work that's in here, you will change your life.
So like while you're doing it, exercises during like an active book, I'm assuming that like, okay, cool. So we'll be able to like we'll hold each other accountable. We'll get accountability buddies so that we're not just reading the book, like we're actually doing the things, getting over relationship blueprints by burning old letters. Like I don't. Yeah. Oh, this is new. This is new, Dr. Morgan. So you can, this is cool.
Yes, let's go. I love it.
Yo,
Absolutely.
thank you guys so much. For those who are just coming, if you don't know Dr. Morgan, if you don't know, now you know. She is one of the greatest humans on earth, relationship coach, dating expert, and her new book is coming out January 10th, and it is called Dr. Morgan, What You Don't Know Now, Now You Know. What is it called?
It is called Love Magnet.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
Get off the dating roller coaster and attract the love you deserve.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's love magnet because when you really learn how to apply this stuff and you embody secure attachment and you embody that highest and best version of you, you become a magnet for healthy love. It becomes effortless. It comes to you. There's no more like trying to make it happen, right?
So that to me is something that you've taught me. It's one of the best lessons I've ever learned from Dr. Morgan. Me saying it right now is 100% because of her. And if I say it wrong, though, that's because of me misinterpreting it. But, and yo, what's up, Boss Bro? And thank you, everyone who's here. So, okay, soulmate. I used to, for so long, think soulmate was so external, and I still have that issue. I do. But I have learned a lot from you in that instead of it thinking of it so externally, actually, no, finding your soulmate is about you just discovering your true self, really getting to know yourself so much, doing the inner work that allows you to radiate, to be that magnet, to actually attract someone who's actually deeply going to make you happy, the true you. And that's what we mean by soulmate, correct?
Amen. Absolutely. Yeah, it's all about instead of trying to find the one, how do you embody the one?
I need to write that down.
Or become
Yes.
the one, become the partner.
Ooh.
Right? Like become the partner who effortlessly attracts the kind of partner that you desire. And it becomes so freaking easy. Like, yeah, speaking from experience of like a decade of like dumpster fire breakups and like so much pain and trauma in my past, once I finally did this work and finally did the healing, my relationship life was so easy. And I know, Blake, you haven't met him yet, but like my partner is incredible. And like relationships are supposed to be easy. I feel like not enough people know that. Like it's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to add value to your life. It's supposed to add love to your life, right? So when you do this internal work, everything just clicks.
Hey, what's up, Ash Marie, Boss Bro? Good to see you guys. Thank you, anyone who's joining us. Yeah, you're just coming now. You did miss some of the greatest content on earth, but it's okay. Emoji J, the sweetheart he is, did record this. So yeah, that's the Emoji J. You can find more of Dr. Morgan too on Spotify. Her podcast name is Let's Get Vulnerable. It is a great podcast. Spotify, Apple Music, even.
Everywhere podcasts are aired, you got it. Let's Get Vulnerable, 2 episodes a week.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then of course, Instagram, if I hang out there. So Dr. Morgan Coaching, we have a post every single day. So would love to connect with you on Instagram too.
Do you still have a female empowerment Facebook page, or is that a little? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have a Facebook group, Successful Women, Great Relationships. I'm sorry at this point, it is for the ladies. Yeah. But it's really a great group. People are so supportive, and it's a wonderful, wonderful community. The link for that's in my Instagram bio too.
I mean, one day I may be part of with the men's division helping Dr. Morgan, but we ain't there yet. Yeah, but it's part of the long-term vision. But yeah,
still waiting on that wedding invite for Blakey Poo.
Oh, wait, the wedding invite
from you? I'm waiting to be invited to your wedding.
Yo, if the person I'm gonna end up with doesn't meet you and think you deserve to be in her wedding party, it's over.
No. Oh my God.
I'm not.
And then you're gonna go on your honeymoon on a cruise.
Yes.
You're gonna just dance away your honeymoon together and meet all the people, and I can see it for you. So it's all on its way.
That's my dream. I've always said this. I think about it like we're on a cruise ship, deck 5, like I really believe that my future partner will be that person that's just like so social and fun, like everyone wants to be around, and like that's my dream
Yes.
partner. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. The relationship I want to. I say it like this. I'm gonna have a high five relationship. We're that high five couple. Like that is my dream. It's like, yeah, she comes in, we're like high fiving each other. Like because we're like really genuinely happy to be around each other. Like that's the dream.
Yeah. Best friend, teammate,
Yeah.
lover.
Yes, exactly.
How are we feeling about the sleeping arrangements, though? Are we still gonna have
Okay.
the divide? Down,
Okay.
So this is an old joke, you guys. Blake used to say that if he gets married, he needs to have a divider down the middle of the mattress so that he can have his space when they're sleeping.
Okay. That is, I just said it would be very awesome if, and I need to be super clear about this because there's a common misconception when I say that I don't enjoy cuddling. Cuddling is absolutely one of the world's greatest things on earth. Okay, I enjoy that so much. I'm just saying when it's time to sleep, I'm just saying it wouldn't be like the worst thing in the world if like right when it's time to go to sleep, you hear and like the divider comes up, glass, so we can still see each other, like hey, but we've got like it's honestly, I think it's coming from a good place because I roll a lot. I really do. I roll a lot. And I'm like, man, like I when I was in a very long relationship, I literally woke up. I was traumatized.
Like,
I rolled over. I literally woke up. I was sleeping. I woke up to like, because I like was like on top of her, because not on purpose, but I like rolled in my sleep, and like that was a traumatic experience. I don't want to roll.
Oh my God. I'm just like waiting to see you on like the QVC, like Home Shopping Network, and you're just like selling this like divider that just like goes up and down. I think it's gonna be great, but
okay. At the very least, the touching skin. Can you fall asleep with your partner like holding you, or do you also? Okay, no. Yeah, okay.
So, but here's how.
Oh, let's party for a sec.
Okay, we're gonna have a party break. Oh my God, I just can't with you with this though. I have to say, like,
is it too crazy of an idea? Thank you, by the way, for all of you.
So like. Here's what you have to do. Just get a big bed. Get like a king. And then you just go to the opposite sides of the bed when it's time to sleep. So,
okay, let's say we get a king size bed. Is it too bad of me to build just a small fort in the middle? Just something that just, again, it's nothing against, just something.
Oh my God.
Oh! Okay. Yo, good listener. I date her for, but she's a super king.
That's right. You get the California king. If you get a California king, you will be absolutely set. Okay. And I will. So mark my words. We will know that it's the right relationship for you when you come and you're like, I don't need a divider. We are. Wow. You're gonna sleep in the same bed, and I am thrilled about it. Then we'll be like, all right, Blake found his person for sure.
You would know she's the one. And I have to give recognition because one of the people we love so much, who's made such an impact on this show, has just walked in. We absolutely love Leia Lins. So much love for you, Leia. Thank you for coming. What's up, Marie? Well, what? Oh my gosh, I can't believe we brought up the divider. By the way. That will live in infamy. That was a hotly. When I said that for the first time, it was shocking. But
Yes, it was.
Up to you. Do we do a role play? Do we just send you off into the sunset, or?
So we have to do a role play. It's like it's required. The people want what they want. Let's do it.
So a little background on this. So when we had our featured show, and it was, back in the day, it was cold, it was frozen. Thank you for the frozen castle. Thank you, it naturally came about. It wasn't something when we originally scripted the show, doing like a role play scenario was thought of when we originally started doing it, but we did it like one episode, and I like, no joke, got like 5 to 10 messages of everyone saying like, dude, the role play was so good. I was like, all right, Dr. Morgan. I think we need to do so throughout the Love Quest years. We would do like just fun role play scenarios. Yeah.
Yeah. It was always a good time. The goal of the role play is to make Blake feel as awkward as possible. That is the goal.
I always thought the goal was to help the people, but all right. Little did I know, Dr. Morgan secretly, no.
No, it's to help people for sure, but it's fun. We can have fun doing it.
Yo, another longtime fan of Love Quest, Nicole, just walked in. She's been through. Nicole.
Hello.
Yo, this is so cool. We've got, new friends, a lot of new friends on the app. The app gets a little cyclical. People leave, people come back. But literally to have, Nicole, Kim, Gentle, Leia, these are people that were with us before we were featured, when we were locked down in COVID and,
Yeah, our day ones, the rider
day ones. Yes. All right. What is, hey, what's up, Top Edge? Let's do this. What is our scenario?
Okay, so I think our scenario is we're on like date number 2.
Okay, we're on date 2.
And it's been going really well. And I think we can do the rest. But you know what are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Absolutely. Let's do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just walking in, this is a role play scenario. This is just for educational purposes only. Just so you guys, just so you guys know, because normally I'm like a bad guy in these, and it's like that's not me. So just
yes,
all
educational purposes.
And see, hey, Dr. Morgan.
Hello, Blakey Poo. It's so good to see you here at Nobu. I've missed you. We haven't talked in like 48 hours.
Yeah, no, I know. It was really nice to talk to you. So happy we could be on our second date here at Nobu, right on the water. So yeah, how's your week been? Anything you've been up to recently?
I've just been thinking about you, and I'm just so excited that like this could be the place that we come in like 6 months when we're like, we get to celebrate like us being together for 6 months, and I'm just so excited to come back here and have that celebration with you.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Anyways, well, it's been really nice to see you. Yeah, I have been thinking about something too. I know you were talking about your favorite concerts. So I was thinking, maybe next week, we could potentially go see Passion Pit. They're coming to town. So I was like curious if you wanted to go. Yeah, I was like curious if you wanted to go see them and hang out and go to a concert next week.
I am so down. I think we should do it, and maybe like we can both bring like our best friends, and we can have like a double date scenario, so that way everyone gets to know each other. It's gonna be so much fun.
Well, actually, I wasn't sure about that, just because me and you are just getting to know each other, which is really cool. Like I'm so excited to learn more about you.
My friends, like you don't like my friends at all, or like what?
Oh, I'm not sure if I've ever met them. And honestly, knowing you, I'll be honest though, I guarantee your friends are dope. Like I'm absolutely confident on that. I'm sure on that. I'm just really excited to like get to know you. Like I don't even know. I took you to Nobu, but I don't even know your favorite like food. Hopefully this was a good decision. But yeah,
God.
I'm not like.
No, I love sushi.
Okay.
Like for sure. I thought you already knew that about me. Like if you looked at my Instagram, I come here all the time. Like I thought you knew all that. But yes, I love sushi. I'm so excited that we're here.
Okay.
I've been thinking like, I think that you would be the perfect +1. Like my brother's getting married in like 2 months. We have to go to Italy though, so like it is abroad. But like I think you would be the perfect +1. I think you should come with me. It's gonna be so much fun.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was thinking about like, should we go? I was thinking about too, like if we should go golfing or bowling next week. Like that is, I'll be honest, what I was thinking about. Yeah, Italy for your brother's wedding. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, let's.
I mean, it's in Positano. Like you have to want to go there. Like it's amazing.
Gotcha. How many siblings do you have? I was just curious. Like, do you have a brother, a sister, or?
So, as you know, I have my older brother and then I have two younger sisters. And
Okay.
yeah, this is my older brother's wedding. It's kind of a big deal. And I really think you need to come so you can meet my entire family. And we get to have the experience of traveling together, which is really important.
Yeah. No, here's the thing, and I'm going to be honest. Look wise, 10 out of 10. Personality wise, I think 10 out of 10. But that's something actually I'm getting to know and get to learn about. Yes, you're visually beautiful, but like we need to get to know each other. And I'm like actually very excited to get to know you because I actually want to know the real you and I don't want to rush anything. In all honesty, in past relationships that I've rushed and that we've gone too fast, too soon, they haven't worked out. So I have to be honest, like those relationships have not worked. And I actually do want this to potentially work because you're like
Wow.
you were my number one choice out of like anyone I talked to on that dating app. You know,
Oh,
fishes are in the sea. Like you were the choice, and I truly think this could be something special. But I think to make it something special, I don't think we should rush it. Like we should enjoy the fun of getting to know each other. What do you think about that?
um, are you saying you don't like me?
Uh-oh. Wait, what? I, I, no, I would argue the opposite. I would say at this point in us hanging out, it is as good. Actually, before this Nobu 5 minutes, but before that, I was gonna say it would be as good as it can get. Yeah, I just don't want to rush too soon. Does that?
Okay. Well, I hear you, and I know that like
Okay.
sometimes I get ahead of myself. So I understand where you're coming from. I just really hope that you consider the Italy trip because it's going to be
Okay.
so much fun, and I just want you to be there. So I want you to think about it. Um, Also, I may have used an app to like generate what our future babies would look like, and I do have that photo if you would like to see it.
Wait, what? Okay, so wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, you did an app to see what our future babies would look like. What the heck? Things.
I can't with this anymore.
All right,
Oh,
and scene
cut.
cut. All right. Yo, that's the way to do it. That is so silly.
That was a good
Um,
one.
I actually think I'm not gonna lie. I actually think I did a decent job of like because that is the truth though. I'm not joking. I actually have been in some of those kind of scenarios. Honestly, something very similar to what you just said. Like I
I'm
really
like
have been
dying.
there. I've been no, I honestly have been there before where like date two or one or two, like someone has said to me, do you want to come to like my sister's wedding, which is like next month?
Yeah.
It wasn't in the tone of you. It was true. Although it was like truly like it was like the timing was next month, but it also was like it was like too soon. I was like that.
Too
I don't want to
soon.
be in front of. I
Yeah.
don't want to be shaking hands with your grandma. Like I
So
don't. You know.
so like you did such a good job. I loved what you said about, hey, like because I care about you, I don't want to rush into things. And that's actually such a good way to position that of like being able to set boundaries around the emotional pacing. Like I felt like you nailed it. I was being like crazy and you really communicated well.
uh, Well, I hope you guys learn from that. Which honestly, again, this is with Dr. Morgan's like teaching, and just me like I previous to knowing about like you and just the stuff you kind of talk, I would have been very external and would have been like, "You're what are you talking about? That like you're crazy or like yeah, or you're coming from a
Like
you
way
know
too much, yeah. Like
yeah
way too fast, way too much, yeah.
yeah." But turning it on yourself and being more internal, I think is like way better. Um, Before we go, because a top edge in here had a great question that I feel like I feel too, which, and I feel like I'm in this position also. So this will help both of us. Is we constantly feel like we're both in the friend zones with people. It's just like yeah, we're just never getting like that traction with dating, and it's just like continuously like either people we're potentially interested in just kind of like get friends, or it just seems like it's just a constant cycle of friend zoning. Like, do you have advice for a top badge in here and me? Yeah.
So I think that's a really great question. And what's important to note is you obviously are a very friendly person and you're open and you like care about a lot of people. And it's great to have that energy with the people that you want friendships with. However, like when you're stepping into romantic energy or like being in like more of a partnership, you know, like you're working on attracting that person, that's like a whole different energy. So to think
Mm.
about if I'm also if I'm a man, I'm going to think about like what does my masculine energy look like, and like how do I set the tone and the standard for this is a romantic connection, not a friendship.
Mm.
So there's a few ways to do that, but I think like really thinking about how do I openly and honestly talk about like what it is that I'm looking for, and then how do I respect the other person in a sense of like if I am serious about dating them, asking them out on a date. Like how many women right now would be like, hell yeah, like that's what I want. Like I want a man to be forward and like actually ask me out on a date instead of
Mm.
allowing like a connection to kind of be like in the gray area or in the friend zone. Like be upfront about what the intentions are and like make it really clear. So
I'll say I'll say this too though. Like I think there's a common misconception, but maybe like I think females can act like that would not diminish if Miss Drea asked me out. That would not diminish how I feel about her in any way. Like I do want to point that out. Like I don't know. I think there's a
yeah,
misconception
oh
that
yeah,
like
women can ask men out too, for sure.
yes, but like okay, I see what you're saying though about like
But
yeah
yeah,
taking
yeah, like taking that initiative, like if we're feeling like we're in the friend zone, it can be because like that's the standards that we're putting out. Like that's the vibe that we're putting out. So you have to like
mm,
really intentionally say like, you know what, I have a lot of friends. I'm like really looking for a partner and I'm putting my energy into creating a romantic connection and intentionally pursuing those kinds of connections.
yo. Oh my. We are so lucky. This is so cool that we are not featured, but over 200, 200 people have come in to watch this. So thank you guys
Ah.
so much. Okay, now we went to 201. Featured show creator Krabby. Thank you for coming, bro. Um, Dr. Morgan, you are the absolute truth. When I set about doing a dating show on this app, all I wanted to do was actually help people, and I couldn't have been luckier to have met you in my life. You help so many people. Kay Smiles is the name. I invited her. She couldn't make it, but some of you know her. She is a streamer who personally reached out to Dr. Morgan
Yeah.
and let her know that because of Love Quest, and she was a guest on our show, but because of everything Dr. Morgan like taught, she actually ended up with a partner that she's absolutely, I see her, she's head over heels in love with. And I've gotten countless other messages. I'm even trying to remember the
Yeah.
name, but yes, countless other ones who've come in, but that's just one example of shining example.
Yeah.
So if you
Well,
want to, yeah, please.
I was just gonna say, like, I love this time connecting with you, and I love serving this community. Hello, Queen Boss Marilyn, one of our OGs as well.
Oh, G.
So let's figure out, like, in the future, if there's a way for us to still connect. And I'm really, really touched to be your friend, Blake. And I just want to take a second and like shine the spotlight on you. And I think all of us can acknowledge how much of a bright light Blake is in all of our lives and his incredible power to bring people together and connect people and create community. So it is such a privilege, Blake, to be your friend. And I'm just incredibly grateful for the time that we spent together and our real life friendship that has come from this connection. So I'm just incredibly grateful for you. I know all of us are. You deserve the absolute best.
Ah, Dr. Morgan, you sweet human. Before we go, drop a 1 in the comment if you'd like more Dr. Morgan in your life. If you want to see more of Dr. Morgan, let us know. I just want to read out some of these names before you go. Lit Queen, she's a female rapper who is one of the most talented humans on earth I've ever seen. Nicole, longtime Curvy Ginger. Jessica, Miss Tawny, who I think this might be her first Love Quest. Flaw Sweetheart, Kiara, Miss Drea, Top Edge Krabby in the house. Top Edge Good Listener is here. Eric, thank you. Queen Boss Marilyn, longtime friend. Original Nice Guy Chris, who's been to many of our shows. Gentle, Nature Panda. Thank you guys so much. That Chad, thank you. Oh, Lily, silly Lily. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm gonna say it publicly. The plan is January 10th. I guess we'll have to wait a couple of days for shipping, but whatever. That we are getting this book. Like, yeah, we are getting the Love Magnet book. We are getting that book together. I will personally host. We'll do it. It's breaking up into quarters. So I'll talk to you about how you would suggest a book club. So I'll talk to Dr. Morgan because I would love your thoughts on how we can best. But let's all do this together. We'll read. We'll do it together, and then at the end of it, when we've all finished, we have our questions or whatever. Then Dr. Morgan can maybe come back. But we'll do the work.
Yes. I would love to come back. Absolutely. Do the work.
Yes.
Like you can be the accountability leader.
Yes.
But I'm so honored to have had this time with you and to connect with you all in this incredible community. I really hope that each and every person knows that no matter what your past has been, you can absolutely have a great relationship. You can heal. So I just want to leave you with that you're never too broken. You're never too late. It's always available to you. Each and every person is deserving of a healthy, great relationship.
Dr. Morgan, you incredible human. Let's Get Vulnerable podcast. Love Magnet, January 10th. Dr. Morgan on Instagram. We love you. I love you personally so much, and I appreciate you so much.
Thank you for having me, Blakey Poo. I love you so much, and I love this community, and I hope you have the most amazing holiday. And yeah, I know we'll talk soon.
Bye, Dr. Morgan.
Thank you, guys.
The one, the only, Dr. Morgan. That is her. Man, she's cool, isn't she? Yo, thank you guys. I'm so happy. Some of you, that's a good idea, good listener. Yeah, I'll put that link. I'm so happy. There's so many of you who never got to see that featured show I had. So happy that you got to see it. Good listener. And Tawny, I don't think you ever saw that featured show. That was our baby. That was our thing. Oh, okay, you did actually see it. Yeah, that was our featured show. That was back when I think there was 4 featured shows on the app at that point when we got our featured show. Miss Drea, thank you so much for hanging. Leia came in, Lit Queen. Jessica, did you even know what you were walking into? Yo, that's the best part. Someone like a Jessica, yeah, Curvy Ginger. Thank you guys. Yo, was that Dar, who's known me forever. She's the best. We will do the book. I know, I would kill to have that show back just because how could you not want to spend more time with Dr. Morgan? But she's accessible. She's accessible. She even hosts. She has her own dating course. If you really want to go one-on-one with her, so if that's something in your life you're wow, I really want to take it to the next level and have personal coaching. She has that available too. So check her out. I'll put she's a Facebook group. That's a free Facebook group. I appreciate that, good listener. I'm cool with you guys liking me and loving Dr. Morgan. Seriously. Yes. Follow her on Spotify. Chris Casper and I actually did a Spotify episode together. So if you want to check out Let's Get Vulnerable podcast, there's an episode with both Chris Casper and I in the podcast together. We got vulnerable. She hypnotized us. She's so good at that. We were on Zoom during it also, and I remember both Chris and I would say stuff, and I'm what the heck just happened? She's just her tone of voice and the way she says things. We were under a trance. So I feel like Chris and I really opened up. In fact, I should probably listen to that episode again, get even more insight into myself. But let me shout out. Oh my gosh, we've had 112K this year. Yo, you lit people. Thank you. Yo, shout out to Legally Brunette. Thank you so much. Chelsea, thank you. Tawny, thank you. Good listener. Please make sure you favorite. My friend Moore as well. Oh, Marie also came in. Cannon, thank you. Oh, okay. Episode 40. Yep. Let's get vulnerable. Episode 40, I guess, is what it is. George, when you get is that George? When you get vulnerable, you gotta let it all out, my friend. All right. So here's the deal. For anyone who actually wants to come back to a little bit of the celebration portion, our friend Choff, he'll be here at 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to party and hang out and get a little silly, it was originally going to be at 8. We're going to do that at 9. So yeah, we'll come back at 9 p.m. But before that, at 8:30, I'm going to have some people come up and do a little bit of singing and stuff like that at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. No, we Eastern, Jessica. I'm in Miami, so yeah, we the same. Yeah. So that would be in 50 minutes. We'll be Choff. In 20 minutes, we'll have a couple live performances, which I'm excited about. And then yeah. So I will end the stream, drink some water, hang out, and then we'll come on back and we'll celebrate. Yeah. Oh, really? Okay, Kirby Ginger, you in UK or something? Yep, back in 20. Dr. Morgan, look at that. Yo, Dr. Morgan just bounced. Yo, go Dr. Morgan. Look at that, so dope. Not only is Dr. Morgan a great dating coach, she protects her people. Yeah. I love you, Dr. Morgan. Oh, and click on her profile if you want to know her Instagram. So if you want to know Dr. Morgan's Instagram, Dr. Morgan Coaching. All right. It's water time. Come on back in like 20 minutes. We'll be live again with some great live performances. And then my friend Choff will be here 9 p.m. Eastern. Much love to everyone. Thank you guys so much for hanging. I'll continue to have more information on Dr. Morgan's book. We're so doing a book club together. And yeah, what a night. Love you, Dr. Morgan. Thank you for being part of this good listener. Thank you, everyone. We will be back. T-minus 20 minutes. Go drink water. I need to drink water. All right. Love you guys so much. Peace.